Master Choa Kok Sui actually helped us to understand the various parables and the various teachings. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use this book, Christianity Revealed, to basically understand the five wise maidens. There's also the five foolish maidens who all are trying to attend a wedding. And we're going to understand what's the wedding, who's the bridegroom, who's the bride, and stuff like that. Okay? So let's start with an invocation. Let's close our eyes, connect the tongue to the palate, inhale and exhale. Let us invoke to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. We thank you for your priceless blessings, for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, divine love, mercy, inner healing, physical healing. Thank you for the inner strength to practice regularly. Thank you for your divine help and protection, for illumination, abundance, and prosperity. We thank you. Let's open our minds and be aware that we're going to open our minds and we're going to absorb, we're going to listen. Obviously, you are not required to believe anything that I say. I would like you to listen with an open mind, to validate, explore, move things around in your own mind, and then decide whether these things make sense or not. Okay, so to help us do that, we're going to do super brain yoga. Super brain yoga is an exercise that helps balance the upper chakras and the lower chakras of the body. This helps us to learn faster. This is something that we can also teach our children. So I'm just going to explain quickly. Cross your arms in front of your chest, connect the tongue to the palate, and make sure your right hand is on top of your left hand. The nails should be facing like this. This is wrong. This is right. Once again, sorry, my hair. This is wrong. This is right. So the nails should be facing outward. Please face east. That's the safest direction. And in case you're in your menstrual cycle, 2 days before and after, please don't do this exercise. Nothing religious about it. It's just that we don't want energy from the lower chakras going to the upper chakras when the body is in a state of expelling or getting rid of things. Okay, so that's all that there is to it. So for the rest of us, let's stand up. Okay. So, and as we basically inhale in this position, we're going to do a semi squat. And as we exhale, we're going to come up. And let's start. Okay. One. Start. Inhale, go down. One. Inhale, go down. Two. Inhale, go down. Three. Inhale, go down. Do a semi squat. Four. Inhale, go down. Five. Six. And the last one. Seven. Okay. Okay, so let's settle down and let's get ready to hear or rather read what Master Choa Kok Sui has to say. So this is from the book The Inner Teachings of Christianity Revealed. So there is a story of basically five wise maidens and five foolish maidens who are going to go for a wedding, and they are part of the bridegroom party. So basically, they have to go with the bridegroom. Now, the five wise maidens, they go to the bridegroom's place with their lamps, and in their lamps, they have oil. Okay, so oil is obviously, you understand that oil is needed to burn, to create light and to burn anything. Now, the five foolish maidens, they go without enough oil to the wedding. So, let me just read quickly from the book where Master Choa Kok Sui talks about this. He basically says that for the wedding to take place. So basically, we're talking about the secret, right? So when there are five wise maidens and they go to the wedding with their oil, which means that they can actually participate in the wedding. Now, what happens is that apparently the bride, now you have to keep in mind that all of these are kind of like stories. So over time, it is possible that some inaccuracies may have come into them. So let us try to separate the story and also the understanding that Master Choa Kok Sui is trying to explain to us, and also be aware of the commonality of understanding across religions. Okay, so that's the purpose, and I hope you will all kind of receive this with an open mind. Okay, so the five wise maidens, when they go to the wedding, they take enough oil in their lamp, and the five foolish maidens, they don't take enough oil in the lamp. So as it says here, that when the bridegroom is taking some time, so the bridegroom is a little late. So what happens is that It says, while the bridegroom was late, they talked among themselves. And when the bridegroom arrived, they were supposed to attend the wedding. So the foolish maidens asked the wise maidens, can we get some oil? And the wise maidens said, no, we can't give you our oil from our lamp, because then we will fall short. So you need to go to the market and you need to buy the oil. So what is all this story of the oils and the maidens and all of that, right? And why do you need a lamp anyway to go to a wedding, right? So anyway, so this secret is given in the book Christianity Revealed by Master Choa Kok Sui, where he says on page 41, this is of course in the version that I have, he says the bridegroom symbolizes the higher soul, projecting spiritual energy down through the spine, near the base of the spine, where the bride is located. So the bride basically represents the fiery serpent of the Kundalini energy. So again, these are very deep teachings of the religion, basically, that there is the Kundalini energy, and when the higher soul kind of sends its energy down into the body, and the bride is waiting, so the bride comes, and the bridegroom comes and meets with the bride, and then oil is needed, that comes from the five wise maidens, to actually take the bride up with the bridegroom to the higher soul and beyond. Okay, so that was the explanation. I was going to read from the book. For the wedding to take place, for the bridegroom to send down the energy and merge with the bride and bring the bride and the fiery serpent up to the crown, it needs oil. Now, the line which says here, it needs the sex energy. Without the sex energy, the Kundalini energy cannot go up. If the Kundalini energy does not go up, then there is no flame. Okay, what do we mean by the flame? So often we are talking in Twin Hearts meditation. Also, we say concentrate on the light of the on top of the crown. When we do achieving oneness with the higher soul, we talk about again the flame. So, and again, those of us who have done some yogic practices, you may have also noticed that there is always this there's this meditation on basically focusing on the flame. Now, in Master Choa Kok Sui's teachings, this flame is actually inside of us, and it's the Kundalini energy that rises up from the base of the spine like a fiery serpent. So, a fiery serpent is basically fire and snake. The reason why we use the symbology of the snake is because that is apparently how the energy channel is. That's how the energy channel looks, so to say. Okay. Um, so it says here that without, if the Kundalini energy does not go up, there is no flame, there is no expansion of consciousness. That is the secret of the 10 maidens, the wedding of the bridegroom and the bride, and the secret of the oil and the flame. So one thing that we need to, kind of be aware of is when Master Choa Kok Sui talks about all these teachings, he is bringing things that we already know, like stories that we already know, into our understanding of spirituality. So once again, if the five wise maidens don't have enough oil in the lamp, then what happens is, although the Kundalini energy is there, it doesn't have the oil, so to say, that it requires to go up. And like Master Choa Kok Sui has explained, that the oil is actually sexual energy or sex energy, as he says. So when we do super brain yoga, which is what we did right before this exercise, before this conversation, then Super brain yoga is also a way of moving the energy from the lower chakras to the upper chakra, and also a way to enable the higher soul to kind of send its divine energy down. This is my limited understanding. For more understanding, you can read the book Super brain yoga by Dr. Glenn Mendoza, under of course the Pranic healing school. So these are basically teaching. So this entire story, right, we have this whole story which has taken me probably 10 minutes to explain. In super brain yoga, in about 1 minute, you can actually achieve some of this. Of course, when we go up to arhatic yoga, we learn kundalini yoga, which is a part of arhatic yoga, and that helps us to move the energy much faster. But super brain yoga is a very safe technique to use. And I would encourage you to use it yourself. Once you start, you need to do it 7 times. And you can encourage your children to also do it. Our children, our spouse, our parents, even if they are able to do it, it's a good idea. If you can't do the full semi squat, just do a little bit as much as possible, but try and practice this exercise. You will find that what it does is that it moves the sexual energy up to the brain, which enables, which it's kind of like feeding the brain with energy, which it requires. So that's the purpose of the story. In the next coming episodes, what we'll do is we'll talk about each of the maidens one by one, and I think that's it. Okay. So you can do super brain yoga at any age. If you are menstruating in the middle of your menstrual cycle, 2 days before, 2 days after, please avoid this exercise. Again, it is not religious. It is just based on energy understanding. And to understand energy better, of course, I would encourage you to join one of the workshops because it will not be possible for me to explain all of this in a short session. So thank you. And so with that, let's close our eyes. Let's be aware of the flow of the energy. Let's be aware of our higher soul. Let's do the soul affirmation in this context. So let's close our eyes. I am that I am. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thought. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am one with my higher soul. So the higher soul is represented by the bridegroom, and we are affirming that we are one with our higher soul. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected with God. I am one with God, and I am one with all. Inhale and exhale. Let's be aware of the presence of the angels, and let us raise our hands in blessing position. Let's bless. Let's bless everyone who is affected by the COVID-19 virus. Let's bless the entire planet Earth. Let's bless everyone else's spiritual goals, relationship goals, health goals, goals and relationship and financial goals. Let's also bless our own financial targets, health targets, relationship targets, and spiritual targets. Let's also invoke to the Buddha Kuan Yin, to all the angels. Let us request the angels of every person, the guardian angels of every person, to make themselves known to everyone. Let us invoke that people are receptive. People are receptive to the angels, to the messages coming from their angels. Inhale and exhale. Let's bless the entire planet. You can also bless any of your special projects. And let's massage our face, crown, neck, arms, chest, liver, spleen, kidneys. So thank you for joining us for the meditation. Those of us who are watching this video later, just for your information, we have live healing sessions and meditation sessions, usually at 4 o'clock. You can see our schedule in the box below. And if you'd like to join our live sessions where we do the meditation and the mass healing, you can send us a message on WhatsApp. Okay? And thank you so much for joining and blessing the earth and blessing everyone's wishes and joining us in our quest for knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and growing together. Thank you so much.